I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer, great one. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I could do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
So I won't lie. I open up the minimalism course once a month, once every 2 months, depending on how busy and other stuff that I got going on. I kind of eschew Christmas and all that because people are busy. And in part of advertising it, I will then go into the news cycle and say, okay, are there any important financial lessons we can learn? Is anything significantly going on about personal budgets, personal finance? The minimalism course has been 4 years, maybe even 5. Had tipped to Donovan Sharp for putting me on. Yeah, you really ought to offer classes. And then every time also, there was money to be made. For 4 years minimum, the American people have not let me down. I don't have to wait for a financial crisis. I didn't have to wait for the stock markets to tank. Every time I go, what's the debt situation look like? What are Americans doing? And man, if you can't rely on fat Slavic Walmart shopping, hot dog horking, pig American, what's the word I'm looking for? Gluttons to just fuck up their finances quarter after quarter, always setting new records. I don't know what you can rely on, because every time I've gone, I'm like, what's going on? Oh, yeah, new debt levels. Oh, yeah, Americans are fucking up in this regard. Americans fuck. When I did the research today, which is very brief, the only time Americans' finances improved in the past, say, 10 years has been when we handed out the stimmy checks during the disease. Oh, yeah, I guess not joking, go look it up. I guess if you print off as much money or borrow as much money as we did in World War II, relative to GDP or the population, but there ain't no war going on. Yeah, people's finances, the individual people's finances will improve at the sacrifice of the federal budget, which is the American taxpayer, which is all of us. So it doesn't. We moved a penny here, we moved it over there, and we only focused, it went up by a penny. Except it was like $10 trillion. It's multiple trillions of dollars. So we'd have to go back, I think. There was some genuine economic growth going on during Trump. It wasn't the best, but there was some. But so here, I'll just read it. This is this quarter from Investopedia. U.S. credit card delinquency rates hit levels not seen since 12 years. Right off the bat, I have a stupid question. Just come with me. Why are you late? Why are you delinquent? Why are you in default? I know your times are tough. Yeah, I get that. But it's like talking to women. Now, here we got the internet. I'm just going to clog out. Wow, the internet's already bad. When I talk to people, male or female, doesn't matter, I use the English language. And the English language has very precise words, and those words have very precise meanings. But by God, sometimes when you're talking to a gal and she has an agenda or wants an answer to come out of your mouth, then words don't mean anything. And that's why they ask you the same question 8 times. Are you sure you don't like the blue car? Yeah, I'm sure I don't like the blue car. That's it. To quote Bill Cosby, that's enough. The Father has spoken. No, I'm watching Gunsmoke. No one's going to know that one because you didn't listen to 1970s comedy. No, I don't like the blue car. Now, if it's a guy, you understand the English language. You say, he doesn't like the blue car. No, women, they don't think you exist. They don't think you're a person. You're not a human sentient creature that has his or her own right to sovereignty and self-existence. No, you're a robot that needs to agree with her because she likes the red car. By the way, this didn't happen. I'm just giving you an example. Talk to any married man. He'll explain that this is true. No, I like the blue car. Are you sure? Because you're a fucking idiot. You're not sure. Maybe red has been your favorite color your entire life, but maybe not. Maybe your intense hatred of the color blue, that's just an aberrant fault of yours. Yes, I'm sure. Well, bitch, just fucking say you want the red car. I'm going to say no, and that's final. That's, by the way, you men want to marriage counseling with Cappy. No, that's final. Shut the fuck up. Or there's the door, which, by the way, you should not be getting married because then you actually have to go through such inane fucking conversations. Point is, it's like talking to talking to your wife. I haven't had one, but I can fathom. Do you want burgers? No, I really don't want burgers. Well, Bob's Burger Hut really has. No, I'm not in the mood for burgers. Well, yeah, and it's the same thing here. Well, I don't get. Now, this is where everybody's guilty. Haha, funny. We picked on American women wives, although I'm sure that's a global phenomenon. I'm sure our foreign correspondents in the field will confirm. But I gave you money, right? You signed the same thing saying I'll pay you back, and at a certain point in time, and then you don't pay him back. What don't you get about this arrangement? What don't you get about the English language words? What don't you get about the principle? Someone gave you money, you are to pay them back by a certain time. And I don't care if it's the mortgage or the car or the credit card. I don't care. Like, I'm on a conceptual basis. You said you're good. Like, do you guys get pissed off when a girl stands? Yes, Bobby, I'll be there at 8 p.m. on Friday. It's 8:05. Where you at? Like, I know that what I'm talking about here is an ideal that would make us launch into a brand new world of incredible economic growth, a golden age for humanity if people just did what they fucking said they were going to do. Mine's kind of a philosophical question. Why don't you pay? Why is there such a thing as delinquencies? So here is the article. Takeaways. Credit card delinquency rates hit levels not seen in more than a decade in the second quarter, while more borrowers struggle to make auto loan payments, according to data released Tuesday by the Federal Reserve Bank. Again, don't you do some kind of analysis before, bro, I know my dick is really small and got an MBA with my hat on backwards, bro. And like, I only make this much per month, bro. But maybe I should not sign on the lease for an $800 a month car, bro, when I only have $600 a month free. What does that come in? What, how, why? Why don't you all just start saying, one, can I afford it? And two, oh, I'd really like this thing, but I gotta cut money elsewhere. I'm sure Americans aren't the only ones that do it, but man, you guys love avoiding work. You will do everything to get the stuff without work. And you're also fucking stupid, especially financially, that you think there's, you ever hear these stories? I'm going to keep giving an example. Don't worry, we're going with a point with this. You ever hear these stories about criminals and they commit really stupid crimes? Or like, well, how'd you think that was going to end? Like they did one step. We'll break into the vault. And then, the bank next to the cop station. We're going to break into the bank next to the cop station. And then we'll figure it out as we go along. Some of these crimes that are pulled off, and they make the news because the criminals were so stupid. Well, you can mock and ridicule them. What about you idiots signing up for credit card debts and car loans and things you can't afford? And then what? Step 1, collect underpants. Step 2, you're all failing on step 2. Overall household debt and credit increased by 0.6 second quarter, slowing down. Home equity lines of credit are gaining popularity as mortgage rates sit near decades. That was my favorite. Wait, that was only 15 years ago, 12 years ago, guys. You all haven't learned your lesson about home equity loans? Are you all taking out home equity? Look, if you can't afford the trip to Europe, then you can't afford the trip to Europe. Maybe you and wifey poo could go work second jobs, which increasingly now you can't because we are going into recession. The one opportunity, now admitted times were tough, corporate employers are douchebag, but at least it was this while. I mean, you could walk in and work part-time as a bartender or a waiter or something like that's going away now, or lesser than it was before. Step 1, collect underpants, sign home equity loan. Step 2, step 3, magically house paid off. Is your wife going to suck dick? Is she hot enough to go on OnlyFans? Are you going to work a second job? Are you going to join the reserves and get some benefits? YOLO! Is that what you millennial? Because the millennials are now the up-and-coming homeowners with great pain and agony, with tremendous difficulty, they've become homeowners. Are you going to do the same thing the boomers did and my generation did? Take out a home equity loan. Buy always been my dream. Are you going to be like these incredible fuckwits that were out here during the Sturgis rally, which thankfully ends today? We got all these come on, baby, light my fire, wannabe banker boomers who mismanaged the money so piss poorly, but they get this one time. By the way, just to let you know, don't worry, I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. So it doesn't take that much to attend the Sturgis rally in South Dakota. All right. If you want to come to the Sturgis rally in South Dakota, especially if you have a bike, it's depending, like the furthest away your gas with a fuel inefficient truck. All right. It's going to be $500 round trip in gas. With a motorcycle, I'm thinking if you come from the furthest point away, which would probably be the southern tip of Florida, with a motorcycle, maybe $200, depending on what kind of motorcycle. In other words, what I'm saying, it's not cost prohibitive to come to the Sturgis rally. Oh, but you see, we've mismanaged our money so piss poorly because we're boomers and come on, baby, lighten our fires, that they never made it to the Sturgis rally. But by God, they will go get a home equity loan and they will come out here with a brand spanking new motorcycle. They got no experience or right riding. Or if you're a different type of baby boomer, you get that $150,000 RV and clog up the streets driving 20 miles an hour under the speed limit. Come on, baby, light my fire. And the reason they come out here and they drive piss poor and they're very arrogant. Listen to me. The reason all those boomers in the RVs are driving so slow in the right or left lanes, because they don't give a fuck. They'll cut over 3 lanes of traffic. You listen to me. The reason they do that is not that they are unaware. It is their time. They have so poorly mismanaged and pissly mismanaged their finances that this is the one time they get to go to Sturgis, or the one time they get to do the RV and drive, Yellowstone or whatever. They don't drive that stupidly unconsciously. Some maybe. But they are not going to be inconvenienced by the rules of the road or your inconvenience. That's why when they come out here, they all drive for shit. There's a ton of accidents, by the way. People get injured, and then the come on, baby, light my fire is over. They so poorly manage their money that it's their entitlement, it's their right. And whereas previous generations, Gen X, certainly millennials, and to a slightly lesser extent, zillennials, where you guys, it's my time. You all make fun of the baby boomers. It's our time. It's my time. It's a dating site for gray-haired pubes to go dating. Our time. You guys do the exact same thing, which it's my time. It's the college experience. And you say fuck all to the wind, and you go into debt and demand the student loan the taxpayers bail you out on your student loan debts. It's the same mentality. It, and my question is, okay, Herman, when the loan payment comes due for your $150,000 trailer or RV, and you ain't got the money, gets repaid. What was that? Was it just to go to do you mom, pa driving across the country, slowing everyone down, causing accidents, not giving a fuck? And so they take out their home equity lines. Mom and dad took out the home equity lines so precious little princess could go major in journalism. Get the RVs, home equity line. We have not learned our lesson, have we? U.S. consumers accumulated. Oh, looks like maybe I can. I'm just going to leave it here. This is safe. U.S. consumers accumulated debt at a slower rate in the second quarter, but the amount of credit card holders falling behind on their bills hit levels not seen in more than a decade, according to data released Tuesday. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York's quarterly report on household debt and credit. Are you ready here? Are you ready for the percent of Americans that you just shouldn't fucking trust at all? This is how look at this. This is so fucking pathetic. 10.93, 11% of credit card accounts were delinquent by more than 90 days. 1 in 10 of you, more than 1 in 10 of you ain't paying back your. What the fuck? The highest it's been since the first quarter of 2012. Auto loan delinquencies of 90 plus days hit 4.43%, the highest level since the first quarter. 1 in 20, 1 in 21. Well, again, my question, why are you even putting yourself in that situation? No, I'm done hearing about, well, times are tough. No. Keep in mind, I was a credit analyst for 15 fucking years, 20 in certain regards as other way doing that type of work. I've seen your credit reports. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You're buying worthless shit you don't need. You're buying, come on, baby, light my fire RVs and Harley motorcycles that you're not going to use, and clothes you don't need, trips to Europe, and general horse shit you don't need. But I have a children. Well, keep your legs closed next time, you stupid harlot. Or there's this thing called the pill or the abortion. I'm sick of the excuse. I'm sick of the fucking excuses. I'll go pull. You show me these 11% that are late on their credit card. I'll go through it. I'll audit it. There's maybe 1 in 15 of that 11% that actually like medical condition, something genuinely bad. The rest of you are choosing to piss away your money on worthless fucking shit. And then you come back. That's what I love about America is you come back and play the victim. Things are really tough. Inflation. Did you save the fucking money when they were printing off the money? Or did you buy chicken tendies and put them in your armpits? All these ass white. I have never had Uber Eats. Never. How fucking lazy are you people? I've only taken Uber maybe 5 times in my life, and it was always a business expense. I took a taxi cab once. Always took the bus or took the L or whatever, some other way. The consumer looks to be in a decent place, but the delinquency rates for auto loans and credit cards continue to be something we're keeping an eye on, said a New York Fed researcher on a background call. The report showed the total household debt by $109 billion second quarter increased 0.06, down from the 1.1 rise in the first quarter. About 3.2% of outstanding debt was some stage of delinquency. You know what also I get a kick out of is, this isn't related to this report, but how I was talking to a bartender, talking to Chad. Late April, early May, a lot of business. Why? Because you willingly enslaving yourself debt slaves, you get your refund back, and you go party. Oh, was it? What the hell was it? White girl. What was the? There's a meme, where the brothers go out and they try and find a woman who's got a big Tax refund coming in. What is, there's a term for that. I forgot it. But hey, it's shocking to me. Shocking to me what percent of the economy goes up in spending when people get their refunds. Oh. And it's all a choice. That I mean, there's the punchline to this whole thing. I've seen your financial statements. I've seen your credit reports. This is all a choice. You all piss it away on stupid things. It's just a couch. It's just a couch. That's what gets me. You like, how long does the internet have to be out here to prove to you people that freedom is more important than shit? I thought we broke that. I thought we broke that in the early 90s where we finally switched from popular 80s pain in the ass consumerism to grunge, shopping at Goodwill, lesser culture. Oh no, that was like a fad for 7 years. And then, girls, and then the girls of my generation had to get their trophy wife McMansions with the granite cut. Then we had hair bands in the 80s with consumerism 1980s. Then we had the grunge and hey man, we're like totally different than the previous generation. And then we immediately replaced, oh, that was just a phase. Now I need my McMansion and my McSuburbs with my granite countertops, my McMaster's degrees. Oh, we're getting divorced too, just like the baby boomer generations. Tee-hee, oops. What? Why? Why do you choose that? Why don't you choose? Forget freedom. All right, that's the ultimate. That's the pinnacle goal. Why do you choose shit? How do I want to put it? No. Why do you choose to disturb your peace and serenity and peace of mind and happiness with financial stress? That's my question. Why do you literally enslave yourself for shit you don't need? How worthless and soulless is your life that you got nothing else to look forward to, that the only thing you conclude is, I need to go in debt to buy shit? Fucking amazes me, man. Just amazes me. Like, what do you remember, like, getting out of school, summer vacation, how excited you were to leave that fucking prison? Don't you want that forever? No, I want shit. Wife won't touch peen unless we have Range Rover. Oh, bitches won't be sucking. They won't toss me the heme unless I got some sweet rims, y'all. Are you fucking joking me? Wouldn't you just rather be free or a good night's sleep and not have to worry about the fucking money? About 3.2% of outstanding debt was in some stage of delinquency, but when compared to pre-pandemic levels, delinquencies overall were much lower. Homeowners turned to HELOC loans. Here we go. People who couldn't afford things in cash, I added that. Consumers took out mortgages at about the same pace as over the past year through refinancing activity was limited due to high mortgage interest rates, and delinquency rates were still low, the New York Fed researchers said. More homeowners turned to home equity lines of credit as a means of buying shit they couldn't afford. Oh, I'm sorry, getting value from their rising home values without having to risk their already low mortgage rates. Or I don't know. Maybe you stop spending money. Maybe you cut back, which many got when rates were at the lowest of 2022. Mortgage rates have been at decades high levels. Lines of credit cards use collateral for lower rates credit cards. They also give homeowners access to cash without having to refinance their home, which is how homeowners generally get cash from their property values when mortgage rates are low. I don't think there were things like that back in the day. Call me crazy. I don't think, like in the 1950s, you had home equity lines. I'm sure some banker, back when there were handshakes and, people raised their kids. This is going way back in the day. Hey, look, I'm in a tight spot. I'm going to open up a shop. Can I pledge the rest of my house? Okay, Frank, we'll let you do it. We know you're good for it. Both new HELOC lines and draws from existing accounts increased in 2024 second quarter. While total debt from HELOCs remained constant in the first quarter, it's still at its highest level since 2021 first quarter. It's a turnaround of such a long decline of a product. Why don't we just why don't we celebrate heroin use? Product was maybe unappealing when a cash out refinance at a low rate would have been more appealing to a borrower. Bada, 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 ba. All right. Is this train going to stop? No. Cap, are you staying on the tracks like this? No. What I'm doing is I'm standing aside from the tracks, holding up a stop sign, but then I've put a little wheel that when the train goes over, it generates income. It's called achieving minimalism theory and practice. There it is. There it is. See how I told you this was marketing research. But it isn't even like, oh my God, shock. It's no, all again, I don't have to make this up. I just got to look, what's the dumb fuck American pig doing today? What's the Walmart shoppers of the world doing today? Oh, they're even fatter and dumber and more in debt. I don't have to fake it. I have to spin it or put a saucy title. Americans doing the dumb fat American pig things. If you would, just me, okay? Romans, lend me your ears, okay? Just like, listen to me, this is very analogous. Just like American women today and older American women of the past who are still alive today never settled. Their prince was right around the corner. Someday their prince will come. And now they are old. And now they have lost all their beauty and their eggs are gone. And it is over. They will never find their man. Just as they lived on the hope that some Hugh Jackman or George Clooney 10 was going to find their fat, frumpy 4.1 with another man's kid ass attractive and marry him up and put him in some palatial palace while still voting Democrat, oddly away, to vote their money away, oddly enough. Just like that didn't come true and thereby ruined 2 generations now. Let's throw my generation in there. And 2 more on the way, because I don't see you millennial Zoomer gals waking the fuck up anytime and saying, yeah, maybe I'll settle for a guy who's good enough. And I'm really not that hot. I'm not going to get George Clooney. Come on, let's be honest. Just like it ruined at minimum 2, likely coming up to be 4 generations of women's lives. This lie, the debt lie, the materialism that this shit that you learn in school that you got to be popular with the right clothes or the right car or the right this or the right that, right? Just as it ruined 2, likely to be 4 generations of women's lives, it has ruined definitely the boomers. 5 generations. Nearly all Americans alive today has ruined all of their lives, this materialism, where somehow you're going to be able to have your cake and eat it too. We could buy this shit on debt and not pay for it. And here's what I don't get. Third one, the shit you bought somehow is going to make you feel whole and give you purpose and meaning and bring you happiness. That's where I want. How does a car bring you happiness? I got a fun little car, I admit. I bought it at a good deal, though. It was a very good deal. And it's not that expensive of a car. You could actually go and afford one of these now. Does it bring me a little bit of joy to go and drive around? Yes, it has, but it was at a good price. But this doesn't make me happy. I gotta, just so you know, as sure as the feminist pissed off female boomers are angry at the world and howling at the moon and will go to their grave hating men for not doing the thing and appreciating how independent and strong they are, you will go to your grave living an entire life of poverty, financial stress, bad sleep, and misery if you don't get the fuck out of debt. If you don't knock it off, if you do not abandon this, it's not a religion. And I don't want to call it an addiction either. If you don't get this out of your fucking head, whatever this is, that shit is going to make you valuable to society or make you happy or whole. If you don't get that shit out of your head, you will have the financial equivalent loss and destruction of life as a feminist boomer woman's love life destroyed. You will never be financially stable. You will never be happy. That's one thing I can't guarantee you. You can't. Financial stress prohibits happiness. You'll have bouts of little happiness here and there. They will be incredibly fleeting. But you will never have contentment and peace and serenity and calm with little bouts of happiness along the way. You will never know peace. You will always be stressed. You will always be worried. You will always be fretting. That's not a way to live life until you knock it off with the fucking debt for shit you don't need. And you only get one of these lives. You only get one. And it's up to you. Do you want ridiculous rims on your car? Do you want the McMansion you can't afford? Do you need the boat bro to impress the girls? And just hang on. Let me show you the worst that can happen. All right. Let me show you that. I know I pick on rims and guys, younger, poorer guys, poorer classes. Let me show you how it happened in banking. I saw this. Hang on. Ended. This happened several years ago. Family of 5 ended by self-ending guy by father. Authorities confirmed Saturday the 5 family members found fatally shot in a house in an affluent West Metro suburb died of what described as a family-ended self-ending committed by the husband and father. Brian and Karen Short and their 3 teenage children all ended due to shotgun wounds to the head. This is one of the fanciest neighborhoods in Minnesota. Brian Short, 45, was found dead in the home's 8-car garage. No motive determined. Oh, no, there was a motive. A Thursday evening post on allnurses.com, a nursing industry website founded by Brian Short, confirmed the family of 5 was ended. But the very tragic loss of 5 bodies. Maybe it's not here. Property records indicate Brian and Karen Short bought the house in 2011 for $2 million. Devastated. Where is it? Oh, he started All Nurses, provide a resource to follow medical professionals. Really just a hobby. The website, which offers forum, that attracted 4 million unique monthly visitors, 500 page. Yeah, so the short end of this is this guy ran a business that ultimately didn't make money, went into debt, couldn't pay back the debt. And the logical solution was to end everything, including other people's lives. Now, that is an incredibly extreme example of I think that is the worst possible outcome. You conclude it's best to, because you're vain, you're a small dick dubro entrepreneur who probably went to the Carlson School of Management. You got such a small penis, you decide to end everybody's lives because you failed as a entrepreneur dubro businessman. I got an idea. What if you didn't have the big ass fucking house and you could just spend time with your family and kids? What if you said, hey, you know what? If we all pile up in this car and we all make it in good time, we'll stay with Uncle Herbert, do the Great American Family Road Trip. We could get to Yellowstone and back, probably on $175 gas. What do you think about that, kids? Let's do that. 100. Let's call it 500. Let's call it 500. That's a fraction of the average car payment today because this isn't the kids' fault. The mom and dad are a bunch of money-worshiping fucking soulless pieces of shit. I don't know, man. What do you guys want in this life? Do you want the fucking shit or do you want the fuck? Choose. There it is. Fun or shit? What do you want? Do you want fun or shit? Do you want freedom or crap? Do you want freedom or slavery? Which one do you want? And my course, Achieving Minimalism Theory and Practice, by the way, goes into the deep dive of taking basically a crowbar, jamming it in your brain, and wrenching out the fucking programming you got. But I need shit. It says, hey, instead of you needing shit, there's some other things out there in life. You should take this dumb part of your brain and burn it and put it in this new part of your brain and say, pursue that instead. And you're like, oh, hey. So I have no fucking problem charging $450 plus tax, plus sales tax. Because You Americans piss away your money on everything. Oh my God, $450 to learn how not to spend money. No, no, no. It's not. That's the solution. The solution is very easy. Spend less than you make. Yeah, duh. Oh, yeah, it's really simple how to lose weight. Work out more and eat less. Duh. Oh, how many people do it? Oh, it's a psychological thing. And while you've had at minimum K through 12, 13 years, I'm going to say all your life with corporate advertising and the debt you go into with college, you've had a materialist, debt-ridden operating system and values have been instilled in you. Yeah, that's hard to get rid of. That's what you're really fighting against. Not the now. Everyone knows how to lose weight. Everyone knows how to get out of debt. I give you once again the swift kick in the nuts so you're motivated to do it. And that's what that course is. And part of that swift kick in the nuts, Carl Jung, I should really look it up. No one learns unless there's a price. I know $500 of your money. You got enough skin in the game to take this fucking seriously now? What I get a kick out of it is literally you could take the course now, right? Yet, by the way, you only have 30 hours, 32 hours to take it. Then it closes for enrollment at the end of the 12th. Once you sign up for it, you have 45 days to take it. Right? But what I get a kick out of is, oh, 450. No one take it seriously at 450. But you take it, and then assuming you do what's in the course, in 1 month, I guarantee you're going to cut enough expenditures permanently for the rest of your life. But in 1 month, you probably could save the $500 with tax to pay for it. And then every month after that, I guarantee, well, I can't guarantee you. It's up to you to do that. But I'm pretty confident, let's just say, 95% confidence interval that if you take the course, you do the thing in there, you in your first month, you will find $500 in savings. And not only in 1 month would you have earned it back, you save $500 a month for the rest of your life. Oh no, but then I won't have the boat, and then I won't have the Range Rover, and then my fake friends at the office won't think I'm cool, bro. Oh no, but you'll be the one who's not in debt, who takes a shotgun to his entire family trying to keep up a fake living life because he's a realtor driving a Lexus on lease. You know what you all should do? You should all watch American Beauty. And just go watch American Beauty. If you're not motivated enough, which, yeah, fine. Okay. It's expensive course. Can you at least do yourself the favor and go watch American Beauty? That shouldn't cost you nothing, right? Go watch American Beauty and then say, oh, yeah, maybe I don't want that life. So Achieving Minimalism Theory and Practice, 30 odd hours to sign up for it. It's linked below. You can find it on Teachable. Just search Achieving Minimalism Theory and Practice, Aaron Clary or Teachable. You should be able to find it. Who we got super chats? Yes, we got super chats. Candy Grant from Mongo, $5. I use my credit card on purchases that make me cash back to pay it off every month. Pay cash for everything else that's keeping my credit score about 820, 830. How do you do that? I do the exact same thing. I think it might be my mortgage. It's hard to break into the 800s. You need like multiple lines of credit because I do exactly what you do, but I'm still like the 790s. You need actually more debt. Maybe I don't have a high enough balance. Yes, but that's what you should do. That's what you absolutely should do. Ass bucket, $2. Need a master's degree, bro. Student loan bailout, bro. It's another thing. The amount of time, the amount of your life you waste away, essentially paying banks interest. Bank shouldn't charge it. No. Shh. Why would they lend you if they're not going to earn interest? It's you. It's all your fault. The amount of time you spend slaving away to pay interest, which you don't get anything for, but especially when you're younger, all that youth wasted paying interest on student loans, at least student loans, or car loans, more commonly with men. All that time, man, all that time gone that you could have, whatever, gone hiking, gone doing anything else, fishing, jerking off to the prawn. Literally anything's better than being a slave to your corporate boss and then ultimately the banks. Leopold Bloom, 5 Canadian, girlfriend of a decade, is a rabid socialist, English major teacher, but has zero debt and student loans, over 100,000 savings, very frugal and cooks. Still a good bet. Boy, that's a curveball. I've never seen that happen in the wild. That's like an albino buffalo. That's exceptionally rare. There are Leopold, in her defense, there are some socialists and communists who are intellectually honest. They really just have a somewhat of an admirable belief that we owe fellow men, our fellow man, something. Um, she's honest. I that's look, okay, Leopold, I'll tell you this. I'll take that over some MAGA hat wearing girl with tig old bitties like tee hee Trump, and then needs you to bail her out of her student loans and has shit piss finances. I know a ton of Republicans down in Phoenix, Arizona that all went on welfare and stimmy checks and all that other shit with Range Rover SUVs. They're all a bunch of posers. Honesty is honesty, regardless of how their politics might indicate otherwise. But her behavior show an honest woman. She's just wrong about politics. I don't know if it's a good bet. Because, see, she's a better bet than your average gal. Yeah, I'll give you that. It's just when it comes down to the crisis, or like, hey, babe, we got to go. No, you don't understand. Like, I'm afraid she'd be the one to get stabbed at a Subway because it's like, no, I'm perfectly safe walking in a mini skirt at 3 a.m. in New York City, or in your case, Toronto or whatever. I I don't know. You like her? It could be like we don't all get what we want. There's always a catch. That's a very interesting. I'm speechless. I'm very impressed, but I don't know how to react to that. I really don't. Aspect. I'd just stay boyfriend, girlfriend. There's no reason to get married anyway. Just stay boyfriend, girlfriend. Just enjoy her maturity and responsibility, I guess. Ass bucket, $5. I love the boomers with the dually truck pulling a camper and a boat. The absolute worst drivers on the freeway. I know. And there was your inheritance, boys and girls. It went to GMAC Financing or Winnebago Financing Corp. That's where the inheritance went. Drew, $2. How many evictions were you on site for? I was on site for 2. And who dang diggly, do dang digglyville. One was in Wyoming. You damn right I had a pistol on me. You gotta stay off the property though. See, property rights. John, holy shit. Sarosan Genius. Questions about body count and financial audits. Women love that ish. Question about body count and financial audits. Women love that ish. I should one of these days teach you how to audit your girlfriend financially. You will never find out the body count. That just was going to come from her behavior and mannerisms. You could stalk them online, look them online, see what they do. The financial audit, that you'll just have to conversation, look at the car. The number one thing you get for everyone, men and women. I've told women this many times when you want to find a man who's financially reliable, college degree choice or their profession. Tradesmen, accountants, engineers, doctors, obviously. Investment, anything in finance, no. They don't have money. Same thing with women. What's your degree? Engineering? Accounting? Okay, cool. Let's talk some more. 9 out of the 10 of them that major in horseshit, the liberal arts, social sciences, or no. It's a quick litmus. Look, none of you should be dating people who can't make money. I'm not saying they got to be rich, but you should not be dating parasites. That's what they are. People who go, they don't have skills or trades. They're very likely to be financial parasites. They're very likely to be liabilities upon you. And the number one way to tell if someone's going to be a financial liability or parasitic, financially speaking, is what's their degree. If it's the liberal arts or the social sciences, no, you're done. You're out. It's over. Swamp Crawler, $5. Took the accounting course. You had me in the first half, Cappy. Was laughing in relief when you finally broke loose on how you don't need the degree. Okay, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. The ironic thing about Teachable, they don't allow like ratings. They don't rate the course. And I was kind of like, well, is it good? Is it bad? Do people like it? Is there something that needs to be done differently? I got 5 courses up. Haven't heard any bad news about them really. So I'm happy about that. Oh my God, who let a girl in? Why is there a woman in here? Where the fuck is Atham? You're supposed to keep them out. Asia Monet, 10 generous dollars with super sticker, but I can't, unfortunately, Asia, we can't see super stickers because I use StreamYard and StreamYard doesn't show up. But thank you very much for the generous $10. Girls are reluctantly welcome into the fold. Mr. Inanimate, 20 generous bucks. I've had a theory that people were willingly enslaving themselves to another just to go and pursue pleasures regardless of the consequences. I've seen it all my life. Well, I know it's the idea of having your cake and eat it in two. It's pleasure now, punting on pain, kicking the can down the road to maybe never endure pain ever. And all you did, and what gets you is the interest. It's like, okay, fine. The principal, you can kick that down forever. But when you refinance all the time, or you don't pay off your principal, the interest is really the enslavor. That's what it is. And it's the hard way and the really hard way. And the really hard way, which is going into debt and burdening yourself, essentially slaving a significant amount of your lifetime labor paying off interest. That is the really hard way, but it is also presenting itself as the easy way where, oh, you buy now, pay later, which in a lot of Americans' minds means pay never. And then, oh my God, I can't believe it's Trump. It's the Senate Republicans, whatever. The corporations. It's just like college degree choices. There's the hard way and the really hard way. There's no easy way. Hard way is engineering, math, accounting, some kind of real skill. The really hard way is the easy degrees that you go into debt for and you still have no employable degrees. And now you got to get yourself out of debt and go back to school for something that you should have majored in the first place, the hard way. Same thing here. Here, short bit of advice, and it won't take away from the minimalism course. Pay cash. Especially for cars. Pay cash for cars. But Cappy, the car, it's $40,000. I didn't say go buy some $40,000 car. Last car I bought was $5,000. Need a little bit of work, but I got her up and running. Yeah, they really do want, it's the human dream to have everything and work with no work. To have everything bought and paid for free. And if you just dangle that a little bit in front of them, they'll bite. 80% of them will bite. And then their lives are ruined where they're always trying to squirm and find the impossible solution where, like, oh, yeah, you can have your cake and eat it too. Oh, you don't have to pay off this debt. The only way you do that is if you die. But then what kind of life have you had always being under the thumb of debt? What pisses me off, it's a choice. It's a choice. Like the vast majority of people in debt don't need to be in debt. The vast majority of the student loan average balance is like $36,000. That's a lot of money. You don't have to be in debt. Go work another job. Oh no, imagine how long we've been talking about this stupid fucking student loan debt problem. Dude, it'd be over by now if you asswipes would have just gone and gotten a second job part-time in the past 4 to 5 years and paid off your debts. It'd be over. Your life would be a lot easier. You have a clean slate. Even have some work ethic. No, bitch and wine. Ass bucket, $2. But Mr. Celery, I need all the streaming services. Never bought cable. Never bought cable in my life. Never had it. Had girlfriends that had it. I never had it. I'm like, $100 a month for what? We don't even watch it. Candygram for Mongo. You might be right. I do not have a mortgage. Good for you. Awesome, man. Soldier Boy, 214, $5. Hello, Cap. I want to become an accountant, and I also heard today that Walgreens is closing pharmacies. Is it true they are struggling? Someone explained it to me. If you looked it up on the internet, you'd be more informed than I was. But I believe online drug prescriptions are cheaper. Like people started to get the drug prescriptions online. I think Walgreens and CVS have also had trouble, like every other retailer with theft. I know the CVS I used to go to before they went woke, they had shit locked up, deodorant. And I'm like, why? This is kind of a nice area in Henderson, and people are still stealing deodorant and selling it online. So I think just general headwinds. If you want to become an accountant, I don't have it linked below, but also offered through Teachable. That's my most popular course right now based on volume, is the world's greatest accounting career. And if you want a job that is very conducive to self-employment and remote employment, it looks like accounting is the best one. Now, yes, you will have to spend some years working for someone else. Yes, yes, accounting is boring. But I don't wanna do accounting. Yeah, because, helping out the poor people as a part-time social worker while sucking dick at a truck stop or doing OnlyFans to pay off your student loans or just stay on top. Yeah, because that's so much easier. Not that you would, soldier boy. But yes, it is boring. The pay is pretty good. It about 2, 3 years' time, it's not impossible for you to be self-employed or remotely employed. So I would look at that course. It's called The World's Greatest Accounting Career. Available on teachable.com. Swamp Crawler, $2. Do you foresee a draft in the next few years? God, I don't know, man. I really haven't been paying attention to the international. They keep, oh my God, Trump and Russia and Ukraine and China. And every YouTube channel I've been watching, which I'm starting to, if you just say Russia destroyed, Ukraine has lost, like, Dad, no, not watching it. China collapse. They've been saying that for 5 years now, and China hasn't collapsed yet. I don't know. And I mean, it's a higher chance now than it was under Trump. I'll point out that to you. Mike D. Wow, 50 generous bucks. Today's donations will go to gas, and I don't think we need any groceries. I'm not kidding. My money goes to boring ass shit. I just cut out a significant check to an estate planning lawyer to have my estate put in trust and have everything all safe and secure. So if I buy it on a motorcycle, there's no probate or people fighting over anything. I guess that's where everyone's money. But thank you for the $50. It's all a crap shoot opt with these creditor scores. I pay off my credit card each month, have no debt, all cars paid off, my house mortgage remaining balance is at 5 figures. My dad is similar with a paid off house at 790. Yeah, it's hard to break into the 800 club. I'm not kidding, Mike. I think you have too little debt. I was at 815 once. I'm trying to remember what it was. And I did take out a home equity line, but it wasn't for consumption. It was to refurnish a basement. Maybe that's when I was up in the 800s. But I've always been high 700s, never been able to break into the 800 club. It's weird. JJJS, 2 Canadian shoppers locks up sausage due to tent city theft. Yeah. Well, what are they supposed? They're not there to. That's not. That's not other people's stuff. That is the shareholder stuff. That is the investor stuff. That's the pension fund stuff. That's grandma's 401ks stuff. And then when people want to pay for it, then it becomes the other person's stuff. I have no, yeah, closed down, man. Walmart's closing down in all the high crime areas because they don't make money. Why should they be there? They're not running a charity. Swamp Crawler, $2. Doesn't YouTube take half of these? 30%. Government takes another 30%. So at the end of the day, it's roughly a third at the end of the day. Yes, I could do a OBS third party, which only takes 10%. I won't lie, I'm lazy. I really should. I really should because there's a lot of money here. I should do that. But I don't have my to-do list here. When you look at my to-do list, it's like, oh yeah, he's got other stuff on his plate that really. You ever get to the point where it's working? I don't care. Let it be. We ain't got time for that. It's not like I'm at war where everything's at a crisis stage, but it's just like I do have triage. There are actually things more important than eking out another 20% from YouTube. And I'll be honest, you know what? YouTube allowed for this. You know, they should make some money. I'm not super greedy. They didn't have to do this. Swamp Car, $2 Cash App. I don't know what it is. I'm sure there's more than one, but back in the day, I think it was OBS. I even had it up and running, but then OBS got way overcomplicated. They say, hey, this thing is really simple and it works like a P-51 Mustang. Let's over-engineer this shit and add a bunch of bells and whistles no one wants, make it unusable. And I'm like, I don't, because I did revisit it when I had some downtime, and I was going to do it, but I tried to, like, I don't know how to use this anymore. You've over-engineered the shit out of this. Pedro Rocha, new guy, €2. Is your accounting course useful for Europeans? Yes and no. There is a segment for foreigners there, but it's more intended for foreigners in second and third world countries. So if you're in Central Europe or Eastern Europe where cost of living are low, yes, you can. The angle there is to get first world income, whether anywhere in the English speaking world, which you speak English, and while living in second world cost of living. So, and you can do it. You can do it remotely. The other angle is Americans are supremely lazy, and we have an accounting shortage because everyone wants to go be a DEI major or a influencer and not an accountant. So we're going to have to go overseas to get our shit done. And then also accounting is more or less universal. So if you learn accounting in one country, it's all double entry bookkeeping founded by Italian monks. Look up the history. It's very boring. If you learn US accounting, you can do Australian accounting. You can do Germany accounting if you want to learn all that language. But there's some slight variance, especially when it comes to taxes. The taxes is a whole different ball of wax each country. But it's not the worst thing for you to consider. Given that you speak English, I don't know what your home country is, but if you speak English, now you can go toe to toe with the Americans. And if you have the slightest bit of work ethic coming from a second or third world country, you will absolutely mop the floor with Americans because they're too busy taking Adderall and making up mental disorders they don't have, so they don't have to work. I'd take a look at it. And if you don't have the money for the course, that's fine. I would look into QuickBooks just to give you guys some free advice. Go take a look at QuickBooks and see if you can get certified in that online. Poke around, do a little bit of research, and if you think, yeah, this looks doable, then take the course. But there is a possibility for, yes, because I know foreigners who they live in the Philippines, that they make a very handsome salary in the Philippines, but it's cost savings to the Americans. The plaintiff's $5. I work on a credit score models for a living. Unless you have a healthy combination of debt, you'll never be above 800. Thank you, the plaintiff. Thank you. Yes, if I recall correctly, it's a measure of how much debt you can handle, not how good of a risk you are necessarily. Swamp Crawler, $5. Just feel shameful spending money here for YouTube to rob a third. By the way, Google's retired motto is don't be evil. Yeah. If you want, you can always go to assholeconsulting.com/ just go to assholeconsulting.com. There should be an option there called make a payment or payment. And you can, that just links to my PayPal. You can always donate money through PayPal. I went, oh no, money in my PayPal account. That's horrible. And PayPal takes 3%. But yeah, don't worry about it, man. Come on, look at this. How lucky are we to be alive today with super chats? Who thought of that? I thought I was pretty happy with Die Hard. Like, wow, I could die happy at 13 years old. I saw the world's greatest movie ever. And now we got super chats. If we only had thin women with big boobs once again. All right, that's it. Link below, Achieving Minimalism, Theory and Practice. End the fucking debt nightmare. And then if you were interested in a career that would lend yourself well to stable finances in the future, accounting. Maybe take that course, The World's Greatest Accounting Career. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.